This is the BAZ knife. It's my own brand. You can buy it in the store at isharpen.shop, and it comes with free lifetime sharpening because I can do that, right? Now, before I get into that though, this one has just come back, and it's I've had this is the second one to come back for free sharpening. The first one was fine, and I learned something about the angles. I'll tell you about that a little bit later, what angle these are sharpened at. And but this one was, sadly, it was pulled through one of the pull-through sharpeners. Eek. So had big scratches now down the side. So I've been playing around a little bit with the polisher and seeing if I could get those scratches out, and I think I did manage to get them out. But I thought I might show you the process as well. So first let me show you what it looks like. So you can see the scratches there. Right, scratches, 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 and then I polished it out. So that works. And then a few left over there. Right. You can see scratches, scratches. This side, no damage. Oh, a few little ones there actually. Yeah. Oh, actually, no, there is definitely damage there. Now, I don't have to do this, but I want to, because he loves the knife. He says, man, this is the one we all go to. Love it. The handles, they get a little bit dull from washing, you know, so I suppose, but you know, they still look okay, even with the matte finish. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to use the buff machine over here, and I'm going to use 3 wheels. The first wheel is, I think they call this a sisal wheel. It's got very stiff, like rope style fibers, and I use that with the black compound, Bosco brand. Then I get onto the fiber wheel, and I'll use the blue. This is the one that does most of the work. In fact, what I might try is just this by itself, because it seems to do a fantastic job. Then I finish on the buff, the final buff, with white. But that still leaves a couple of little scratches. I don't know why. It could be my wheel is contaminated. I don't know. So then I finish it off with a little bit of auto sol, manually buffing it. So watch this. So first of all, take this off. This is a low speed grinder, purchased second hand, but it's from Carbatech. Now, Carbatech just recently closed up their operations as a storefront, which is very sad, but they're still available in Melbourne, Brisbane, I think Sydney. So I'm going to just try on this section here. You can see again, right, this is the buffed area, no problems, and this area here is going to be the experiment. So let's crank it up. We use the blue. Because that sisal is quite violent, so I just want to see what this one does. Now that wasn't much work, but let's see if anything came off. Well, there's a couple of lines still there. No, I think I'm going to go with the full sisal, because that worked in that other section. So we'll throw that on. and I really don't know what I'm doing here. So if any of you are expert polishers, please tell me if there's a better procedure. Black. And actually, I just want to turn the machine over a little bit. Clamp down solid. Mostly gone, just a few little lines left. Okay, now I'll do this side. And if you're wondering, there's no heat in that at all. That's pretty good. There's a few scratches up here in the Damascus, which I'm going to try and get out, just so I can see what the process is like. A little bit more heat being generated there now. Okay, let's have a look. Don't want to scratch it, so I'm going to use a fresh cloth. One little scratch there, but I don't think I'm going to worry. Oh, I might try and take it out. We'll see. I'll show you in a minute. So, let's have a look at stage one. You can see that those horizontal lines are pretty much gone. Left only with the scratches from the buffing pad. And where did I see a little scratch here somewhere? Oh, well. So that looks pretty good. Right, on to stage two. So this spins at 1450 RPM. A normal bench grinder spins at 3000, which is a bit too radical. Okay. So now onto the blue. Okay, that got a bit hot. So this is finer, so it does get a bit warm. Maybe I was going too slow. And I don't know how much I'm supposed to do, so it could be that I didn't need to do this much, but I'll do it this much anyway. I'll try this side. Just try and take the bulk of it off with a somewhat dirtier rag. Yep, that looks much better. You can see those lines are all gone, except that little guy there, which I might just leave. He seems a bit deep. So now we'll buff that out with this. Now I was really expecting this to leave a mirror finish, but it doesn't for some reason, and I don't know why. I'm guessing it might be contaminated because I just leave it here. So we'll see. white. That was spam. I suppose it's not too bad. But it's not super perfect, and I can still see a few. Actually, not too bad. I might have just been a bit rushed in the first effort. No, I can still see a few marks. But it could be left over from the other wheel. I may not be buffing enough. And you can see side on that shine is pretty good. You can see the edge still needs sharpening. And I'll sharpen it. Now I'm going to use the Japanese wheel to give it a beautiful factory sharp. So can you see, I don't know if you can see those lines there going up like that? That's not real beautiful. So let's just give it a little bit of auto sol. See if that makes it a little bit better. Am I getting blackness? I am a little bit. Of course, being super careful not to slice your finger off. Logos are all fiber laser etched, so they should be okay. And as long as black is coming off, then we know we're sharp, we're shining. Okay, clean cloth. It's pretty good. This is a free service. When you buy a BAZ knife, I want to look after you. Well, actually, more specifically, the Rosewood 212. This is the only one that comes with free maintenance. Now, if you're a long way away, if you're in America, please don't send them because I can't get them back to you. Because Australia has obviously now banned all exports, parcels, anything to America because they're big babies. So let's have a look. Oh, first of all, I'm going to give it an alcohol clean. Just to make sure that I've got all that residue off. Nice. Now let's have a look. This is the side that had all the scratches on it. No scratches left except for this one guy here. Where is he? There he is. Right there. Oop. Could have got him out, but let's just leave it. Beautiful. And because I ordered the blonde Damascus, I'm calling it blonde Damascus, which is unetched Damascus or pattern welded. You know what it's like these days. There's no more Damascus in the world. It hasn't been for centuries, but this is as close as what we're going to get. Now, down to sharpening. So, now I'm not going to sharpen on the black stone. I'm instead going to sharpen on the Japanese stone, but not the Tormek Japanese stone. I am instead going to use the Tiger Japanese stone because that's what I used last time on the which I actually did last week. And that was owned by a chef. He loves them. He's sold them to a couple of his friends as well, and he owns a restaurant. And he says it's the only knife he uses now for, like, well, not only, but the main knife that he uses. So I'm going to condition this wheel. He just loves it so much. So I'm going to just give it a rub with some 320 diamond. By the way, the plates are in, so I'm just going to inspect those and they'll be for sale soon. And in a minute, I'll tell you the angle that I've discovered. They were sharpened at the factory. Now, just going to use some 2000 grit sandpaper. Make sure that's nice and clean. That feels like it's got a few little lumps in it, so I'm going to take those out with my oak peg just to clean up that surface so it's we ran out of water because it does soak up a lot of water. That may have been what I was feeling. Yeah, that's beautiful smooth now. Okay, so which angle? It was discovered that the factory angle, well, first of all, let's measure how thin this is, because that informs us as to the results of the angle, which may surprise you. So first we'll do millimeters, then we'll do inch. .14 millimeters, which should be under 10 thou. Yep, 6 thou. That's pretty bloody thin. That's why they cut so well. That's why you want one. And the angle that I discovered was being used by the factory, and I asked them, I said, what angle are you sharpening at? And they said, we don't do angles. I'm not interested in angles. We sharpen, the master sharpeners have been sharpening these knives, sitting on their same stool for dozens of years, sometimes I think 20 years, she said one of them had been sitting there sharpening their knives. But most of them been there for 10 or 12 years, 20 degrees per side. And it comes up beautiful. So I'm going to change my angle master to 20 degrees per side. I'm going to triple check the wheel diameter, which is still at 250 because these come at 255 when they're brand new, the Tigers. So let's set that up at 20. 20 makes a very small bevel, very, very small, but because the knife is so thin, the geometric realities take over and it will slice through anything effortlessly. Right, that's set to 20. Let's go. And this will of course give it a beautiful mirror bevel, just like they come from the factory. I won't be best testing because I don't trust it anymore, but I will be using cigarette paper as that is my real world test. Now this being 4000 grit, it does take a little bit longer to sharpen, but you've got nothing else better to do. And judging by the viewing of my smaller short movies, one knife per movie, you're not a fan of the small movies. You prefer the longer ones. And I think that that is because more of you are watching on a television, and it's a pain in the ass to switch around and watch another movie and watch another movie and watch another movie. It's got the Netflix fatigue thing going on. So while you've chosen to watch me, you may as well watch me for a little while. Like a TV show, so 30 minutes to an hour. And I think that keeps most of you happy. Now you can see that the black is coming off on the wheel, which means that metal is actually being removed from the knife and deposited on the wheel. Now some people call that loading up the wheel. So after a while the metal on the metal doesn't have any abrasive properties, so you've got to clean it. Now the problem with grinding on a 4000 grit wheel is that you cannot feel the burr, but you can. It just takes a while to develop. It just feels a little bit grippy, and there's the burr. I'll finish it off on this wheel and we go from there. So if this is going a little bit slow for you, feel free to speed the video up. It's up to you. I can feel a little bit of gripping now, so I reckon we're at the burr. Let me just see if I can reflect that edge. And I can. Oh, it just looks so good. But I can see a few little divots. I'll show you. So how beautiful is this? See that edge? Beautiful, but if we look closely, let's see if I can grab it. Where is it? Oh, here at the back. You can see that? See there's a few little dark spots there? That tells me that I'm not quite there yet. I mean, this is still, as it is, you can hear them. You can hear the noise. Still, it's already very, very sharp. Oops, I need more water. Might be enough for now. Oh, and that noise may have also been the burr. The way to test the burr is if you think you feel something on these 4000 wheels, turn it over and see if it flops over to the other side. And I think what's happening now is it's loading up and not being as effective as it was for the first few goes. Could definitely feel a burr here now. It's small, it's tiny, but it's more than non-existent. It's very hard to see if there's a burr there or not. Most of the time it just feels like there's nothing there at all. Okay, those little divots seem to have gone. A little one left on this side still, but I'm going to just make sure. And this one is an 800 grit, which is, but look how it cleans up the wheel. See? How good's that? And even come around the corner even though I'm not really using the corner. And this is not turning the wheel into an 800 grit wheel or anything like that, but if we use the ×3 method, then the paper ×3 equals the wheel, and that's what I use on the normal grinding wheels. So this 800 would have turned it into a 24, but it's not like that because this stone is still soft, and it's the softness of the stone that determines its ultimate grit. So we want to see black marks coming off. Okay, beautiful. I should feel a burr on this side. I can feel some grip on my fingerprint. Now, if this was more damaged, I would have started it on the on either the SG or the SB wheel, the Super Grind or the Blackstone, and then finished it on the 4000. But this one was very lightly damaged. Nothing really there to worry about. And I can see that there are no defects on that edge that I can see. I can see there's none that I can see. Oh, maybe one down here, right at the back there. Because I want it to be perfect, you know. And I can't just do this one section because then it'll sort of hollow out. So I've got to do the whole run. We're coming to the end now. I'll do a couple of runs on this and I think I'm done. On this side, I mean, and then I'm done. So if you can get a hold of one of these Tiger wheels, they're about $14 billion less than the Tormek wheel, which is a lovely wheel, but it's just, you know, it doesn't get used as much. I get my value out of it by using the edges of it to do my serrated knives. I'll do a couple of more quick passes. And we're done. I hope. We'll see. So beautiful. Not you, Chili, but yes, you as well. My engineering eye tells me that this side is a little bit less than this side, even though we're dealing with very, very small amounts. So I just want to give this side a few more passes. And the more passes the better, really, because it establishes more of a burr. In the comments I've been hearing lately, I can't get a sharp edge. That's because you're not burring. You're not apexing. Without an apex or a burr, there's no point moving on to the next stage. No, that's it. We're done. Oh, beautiful. Have a look. Hard to get the focus going. That's lovely. Let's see if we can get that better view. Nice, shiny Japanese edge. Beautiful. Now, just whip that burr off, and I can definitely feel it. Because one side feels deadly smooth, and this side feels a little bit grippy. Running out of Veritas bar, I have to buy some more. But now that my local shop's closed down, I have to get it on the internet. Check it on my thumb. No divots, no nothing. Beautiful. Just give it a spritz. How does it slice? Obviously beautifully. Nice. Will it push? Slice first, then push. Yes. which means that that is as sharp as a really sharp thing. Bit of a glint. Love good glint. It's got glintage. And so that's restored. Those scratches are gone. Very, very shiny. And that is my first restored BAZ knife. Haha, how good is that? So that is good to go back to the customer, free of charge of course, because all the BAZ knife RW212s come with free maintenance, free sharpening. Not sure what I can do about the handle there, but that's going to just remain matte as it gets used, and that's fine. Still feels beautiful, smooth, no gaps, no nothing. Through tang is perfect, everything's intact. So good. It'll even cut tiramisu. Cove. Digs right in. Beautiful. That's it. Thanks for watching, polishing and sharpening of a BAZ knife. Thanks for watching. See you in the next movie. Chili is right there. Oh, they want to say hello to you, mate. Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are. Say hello. Up here. Not interested in our silly little games. Where are you? Oh, you're a bit yawny. Yeah. Had enough for today? It's a beautiful day outside. My lawn needs mowing. Anyway, that's enough.